What's going on, everybody? This is Danny Duran. We're going to talk about UFO sightings in the sky. You probably don't believe in anything or anybody, but the point is that these could be strong delusions because Matthew chapter 24, verse 24 tells us is that in these days they'll be giving us strong delusions. People around the world will deceive us, and those who follow Jesus will be deceived away from him because they give into false idols, false gods. And we know when it comes to aliens, such as movies or stories, we just have to realize that we just have to see it for our own selves. But when it comes to believing in Jesus, it's faith. But aliens is a different thing. Aliens was meant to probably just deceive us right now, because out of anything in the entire world right now, the last thing we need to worry about is an alien invasion. I mean, everybody in the world right now is already going through some stuff, and we're already meditating in Christ, of course. but who will even worry about this stuff right now? I mean, does the government even want us to worry about this stuff right now, or do people in the industry or the elites or anybody want us to worry about anything? But what I'm trying to say is that these are strong delusions in the world right now. So right here, I guess I understand that Fox is kind of a little bit, like a fake, but what I'm trying to show you is just what's going on. You guys probably seen this already, but I haven't seen this yet. But this is a clip from one of the sightings of a UFO.
All right, well, the Pentagon is releasing another round of UFO files. More than 50 videos, documents, and military encounters involving objects officials still can't explain. One clip appears to show an Air Force jet tracking an unidentified object over Lake Huron. Another appears to show a pulsing sphere gliding over water in 2024. And another shows a small bright shape on infrared as the camera zooms, tracks in, and tries to hold it in frame. Now, the Pentagon says don't call them aliens. Okay, fine. But after another stack of unexplained files, everyone is asking the same question. Well, what are they? Here to discuss it is Mike Barra, a UFO expert and author. Mike,
UFO expert for how many years?
I feel like life here on Earth is complicated enough. Humans are complicated enough. Tell me, what have we learned with the Pentagon releasing some of these files that we didn't know before?
Well, I think the main thing we've learned, Lisa, is that, all of us UFO
what does he
crazy.
know?
There is something going on out there, and there's something that even the military can't explain. Some of these videos are quite extraordinary. Most of them probably have fairly prosaic explanations, but the reality is that something strange is happening, and today's videos were some examples of that.
So you said something's going on. What is that something from your perspective?
Oh, look, aliens have been here for a long time. They've been visiting us, especially since World War II. I think their curiosity has increased rather dramatically, and they are here to find out about us, to take something from us, to get something for themselves. I think that's definitely the agenda, and we have to figure out who they are, where they're from, and especially why they're here.
I've seen that clip where the UFOs just flying in the sky, then it gets blown off or something. But I guess my take on this is the purpose of it. Like why even send this type of delusion? I mean, some people will believe in the UFOs, and they'll believe like that the aliens have been watching us for a real long time, but if that's the case, then why did they make the movies? Because if aliens have been watching us in real life, then what is their purpose of it? As a believer in Jesus Christ, I mean, I've heard so many scientists say, what if the alien tells you that believing in God has been a strong delusion this whole time? And they show you the evidence, take you on the ship to show you around the universe how it was really created. And then to show you how and why there is a God, and how false it could be to believe in it, to believe in God. But the thing is, I wouldn't believe them at all, even if the aliens showed me, because all the evidence within the faith, all the evidence when Christ died for us, the Shroud of Turin, near-death experience, but also my testimony as well. Just me. Having my own faith, having my own relationship with Jesus Christ, like encountering his presence, his Holy Spirit, and it's just like when it comes to that, this is when idolization comes in. And it's just ridiculous. John chapter 3 verse 19 to 20. Light has come into the world, and people love darkness rather than the light. And Revelation chapter 18 verse 23. By your sorcery, all the nations were deceived. And this is what's going on right now, because why is this going on even in the first place? There's planning for another pandemic to go on, and there's planning for more type of viruses or some type of news or politics, such as Trump, like putting more stuff on his social media about, I don't know, like running again. But I'm not sure where Trump is laying between this right now. But this is another clip of the news of the UFO so far. Well, I don't think I have seen this one yet either, but this is it.
Tonight, newly released UFO files, like this one in Kazakhstan, a mysterious object lighting up the night sky. Other videos showing pulsing balls of light flying erratically and seeming to defy laws of physics. Some even appearing to fly in formations. Part of the Pentagon's release of more than 50 declassified videos and first-hand accounts following President Trump's directive to release government UFO files.
More
the files include audio of astronauts decades ago describing mysterious bright lights and particles.
Right. Looks like the 4th of July out, Ron.
And this report from last year. In an encounter that lasted over an hour, a U.S. intelligence officer reported oval-shaped orange orbs coming within 10 feet of a U.S. helicopter, splitting in two and speeding away, leaving military and intelligence professionals speechless. Other videos may have an explanation. Here, a U.S. F-16 fighter jet shoots down an object over Michigan's Lake Huron in 2023, the same day the Pentagon said it shot down a possible Chinese spy balloon over that lake. Experts tell us no video released so far proves any extraterrestrial visit.
There's nothing in any of these that proves anything about alien life. All
it could be Chinese, it could be anything
in the sky that initially can't be explained.
This was the Pentagon's second release of UFO files, and they're expected to roll out the next one in the coming weeks. Sam?
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated.
No, it can't be aliens because like I said, if it was aliens, I mean, they'll need to come up with a better solution to even try to distract people or deceive anybody when it comes to this type of story or this type of act. But so far right now, I just think that maybe it was China, or maybe it was another different type of testing experiment or something like that. Because if they're able to shoot something down from the sky that was so easily, then I guess we're good. I mean, if you watch the movies like Battle Los Angeles, Battleship, or Transformers, or Independence Day, we always shoot down the motherships with the missiles or one powerful missile, and there it is. And I just think that Hollywood has a lot of stuff that they know about that they don't want to tell us. More experts, I guess.
So often we hear that releasing these sort of documents is going to put the country at risk. It's classified for a reason. Would you dispute that?
I mean, pretty much. He's not wrong. He's not wrong about that.
There are elements, certainly, when you're trying to protect classified national intelligence, you're looking at protecting sources and methods primarily. But as you can see in these videos, there is no real sources and methods. And let me go a step further, too. I would compare Donald Trump as a not only a bull in the china shop, but a hand grenade in the punch bowl. He is willing to do what's necessary to get this information out. And I applaud him for that. Now, with that said, there are elements of resistance, but there are also legitimate reasons to keep certain things classified. Clearly, we don't want to tip our hands to our foreign adversaries like China or Russia. If there is some sort of capability we successfully been able to reverse engineer, or worse, there is some sort of vulnerability that we have within our systems, meaning there is a vulnerability in our ability to neutralize one of these
something so fast
you were showing
like
on your monitor.
So something so fast. I mean, it could be China, of course. I mean, we don't know what kind of technology they have over there, but honestly, it could be one of our own. The U.S. Just us, America. Why not? We don't know what's going on behind doors. We don't know who's working with who or shaking hands with to create such a delusion. But it all goes back to Revelations chapter 18 verse 23 that like by your sorcery all the nations were deceived, because of strong delusions. And Matthew, chapter 24 verse 24, like for false Christ, and false prophets will arise, and I just think this is like the setup for it, in a small, very, very small way. And in time will only tell before we even realize that, because it's everything is just a distraction right now. Why are we so focused on aliens? Why are we so focused on another virus, or why are we so focused on anything on the news when it comes to Trump or anything like that? It's like I said earlier, like everybody has their problems right now, and everybody's giving their life to Christ, and that's the only solution. That is the only most important way for us to see what's going on behind behind these doors of what they're showing us right now. It's putting your faith within Christ right now. That's so important, because we're not that stupid. Us as a society, we're not that stupid. As human beings out here in the world, we are aware of what they're doing. We are aware of what's going on. Like God gave us a spiritual mentality to even discern or tell the truth already, because it's not just intelligence. Well, not only that, not only the physical part of the brain, but it's just how God made us. We're gifted with that discernment. We are gifted to know and to be to the point where we're just smart enough from God's grace to discern what's really going on. But at the end of the day, guys, we just can't be afraid, and that's all that matters. So if you like this video, subscribe. I'll see you next time.